Let's talk about congestion pricing now. A potential twist is brewing with congestion pricing.
MTA Chair Janno Lieber says he wants New Jersey to have a cut of the earnings from the toll. Take a little piece of this. All right, good days. Briella Tomassetti is in Fort Lee, New Jersey, right near the George Washington Bridge, to see what New Jersey lawmakers are saying now. Good morning, Briella.
Yeah, Dan and Tashani, good morning to both of you. So the MTA has sent in its final submissions to the U.S. Department of Transportation, and as part of that final step, the agency wants to compensate parts of New Jersey that see, well, more traffic. An exact dollar amount wasn't provided, but this could amount to millions for places like Bergen County, which sits here right on the other side of the GW Bridge.
New Jersey commuters are being hit with a double whammy between fare hikes on mass transit and congestion pricing, both set to take effect this summer. And now the head of the MTA says some revenue generated from congestion pricing will be allocated for the Garden State to address environmental concerns, although he wouldn't specify how much.
New Jersey will get its share exactly on the arithmetic.
Janno Lieber said the agency will calculate how much money goes to New Jersey based on the number of people who live in areas impacted by truck traffic. Governor Murphy and his allies filed a lawsuit arguing that the government didn't do enough to study the environmental effects before signing off on the controversial tolling structure. Murphy has asked for a more thorough review, and it seems the MTA is complying.
The last step in the federal environmental review is to make sure that the tolling structure was adopted by the MTA board last month is consistent with the finding of no significant impact by the feds.
I think this is Janno Lieber looking for some sort of lifeline out here with zero specifics of exactly what he's talking about.
As the MTA tries to clear its last remaining hurdles, critics of congestion pricing remain skeptical. New Jersey Congressman Josh Gottheimer has opposed the plan from the get-go.
Frankly, I think he's just planning to send some crumbs over to Jersey to deal with the fact that everybody from cops to teachers to firefighters to small businesses in Jersey and New York are against the congestion tax. Remember, not a nickel of that will go into the pockets of hardworking families.
New Jersey's lawsuit now in the hands of a federal judge who promised to hand down a ruling in, quote, sufficient time. Meanwhile, a federal judge in Manhattan is set to hear cases brought forward by union, oh, there goes the umbrella, and public officials. For now, we're live here in Fort Lee, New Jersey. Dan and Tashani, back to you.
Watching that story, watching that weather. Briella, thank you very much. Good luck out there.